Imagine that before any word was spoken, before any thought took shape, before the very first question arose in the human mind, time already existed. It did not need to be named in order to move forward. It did not need to be understood to fulfill its role. It flowed silently, invisibly, constantly, shaping the universe long before anyone tried to measure it, before hours, days, and years, before clocks, calendars, and counting. Time was already set in the rhythm of the stars, the birth of worlds, and the slow breathing of the cosmos. While everything emerged, changed, and disappeared, time kept moving, indifferent to witnesses, questions, or meaning. And when human beings finally opened their eyes to the world, time did not begin there. It simply continued. This is the history of time. In the beginning, time was not measured. It was felt. The sun rose and set. The seasons changed. The tides advanced and retreated. Time was the rhythm of nature, not a prison, but a cadence. For early humans, time was not something to own. It was something to respect. Daytime was for hunting, nighttime for protection, winter for survival. Time taught limits. But human beings have a unique trait. They do not accept merely feeling. They want to understand. And so the first great invisible question of humanity was born. What is time? Ancient civilizations looked to the sky for answers. The Egyptians observed the movement of the stars and created calendars based on the Nile, its floods and droughts that defined life itself. For them, time was cyclical. Everything died and everything was reborn. The Maya built systems of measurement so precise that they still astonish us today. For them, time was not a straight line. It was a divine mechanism full of cycles, resets, and destinies. The Greeks went further. They divided time into two concepts that would change the world. Chronos, the time that passes, that can be counted, measured, and lost. And Kairos, the right time, the exact moment, the opportunity. While Chronos moves forward, Kairos appears. And this distinction has followed humanity ever since. For centuries, time remained something observed, not controlled. But that would change. With the rise of cities, trade, and collective routines, a new need emerged to synchronize lives. It became necessary to know when to open the gates, when to start the markets, when to work, when to rest. Sundials were born, then mechanical clocks, then the clocks on church towers. Time stopped being purely natural and became social. For the first time, time began to command people. The Industrial Revolution was the turning point. Time, once measured by the sun, began to be measured by machines. Bells marked the start of work. Whistles marked the end. Minutes began to equal money. Delays became mistakes. Punctuality became a virtue. Time stopped being lived and started being exploited. Time as money stopped being a phrase. It became a system. And without realizing it, humanity began to run. In the 20th century, time underwent its greatest conceptual transformation. Albert Einstein proved something that seemed impossible. Time is not absolute. It can slow down. It can speed up. It can bend. Time depends on motion. It depends on gravity. It depends on the observer. Time ceased to be just a universal clock and revealed itself as a dimension. We do not merely live in time. We live through it. Today, we live in the most paradoxical era in the history of time. We have never had so much technology to save it, and never felt so short of it. We have atomic clocks that lose less than a second in millions of years, digital calendars, alarms, timers, notifications. But we also have hurry, anxiety, The constant feeling that we are late for something, even when we don't know exactly what. Time has become a scarce resource, even though it is infinite. And then the question arises that crosses generations. Does time pass, or do we pass through time? Every second lived never returns. Every choice made closes invisible doors. Every ignored moment becomes memory. Time does not destroy everything. It reveals. It reveals what is essential. It reveals what is superficial. It reveals what remains when everything changes. In the end, perhaps time is not an enemy, nor a possession to be accumulated. Perhaps time is simply a silent mirror, reflecting what we do while it passes. Because the real mystery is not how much time we have, but what we do with the time we are given. And so, as this video comes to an end, time continues, without pause, without return, without waiting for anyone. The final question is not about the clock. It's about you. Are you merely counting time, or are you truly living within it? If time is the one thing we can never recover, then choose carefully where you invest it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us in every story. Because here we don't just count seconds, we turn time into reflection, memory, and meaning. Some content passes, others remain. And if you made it this far, perhaps this is your moment.